Hi and welcome. My name is Paula Byron. I'm the CEO and founder of The Inner Puzzle. I'm also a psychic medium and I share intuitive messages. If you enjoy this kind of content, make sure to like, subscribe, and to ring the bell for my weekly videos. If you aren't already, make sure to follow me on Instagram and on TikTok at PByronOfficial for more intuitive messages. We are going to see what is the energy for the week of June 29th all the way until July 5th. I'm being guided to do this reading a little bit slower than what I'm normally used to doing it. I normally just let the cards flip out and I go through it, but there's something about needing to stay in the moment, needing to slow down. Race card might be significant. I'm also getting glass buildings that it's so delicate. You have to take your time to build it, right? This is something you need to take your time to build. I feel like you need fast results in order to see progress instead of staying in the making and trusting the process. It's almost as I need to see the outcome before I can trust that I can make it. And there's such a huge importance and emphasis on needing to stay in the moment, needing to be grateful where you are, where you stand. Everything that you're experiencing at this time serves its purpose. There's a reason for this season. There's a purpose to the people you're interacting with. Needing to also activate your throat chakra might be significant. Needing to speak your truth, but not only just speaking it out of spite or out of anger, but being careful with what you say and how you say it, because it needs to be aligned with what you want. Speaking your truth and being authentic, but also being careful in how you use your words. Your words turn into manifestations. The universe is always listening, is what I'm getting. Trusting that where you are right now, there's a purpose for that. With the Knight of Pentacles here, this is abundance. Then this is also independence. This is you being able to be an entrepreneur, an owner of your own business, creator of your own projects, the director, the writer, the person who does conferences and speeches. I'm hearing speaker in conferences as well might be significant. I'm also hearing the word podcast, radio frequency. Maybe your voice is meant to be shared. It is meant to be shared. But the only way that it can be shared is if you experience these experiences authentically. If you were to go from here to the result, you wouldn't know how to build this business. You wouldn't know how to handle the abundance once it arrives. The universe has you waiting on hold. Can you please wait on hold? I'm seeing telephones from the 90s though, like those home phones. Needing to be patient. Like, you imagine people who created the telephone wanting to see the kind of devices that we use now to communicate would have stayed in the making to create that evolution. Excuse me. Needing to trust yourself, but also speaking your truth. I mean, whenever I cough, I know that my throat chakra needs to be activated. I almost feel so embarrassed about what my first project is like, not knowing the results that it is going to be in a few years later. But because I want to know what the few years later result is, I'm not focusing on building this project. I don't know if that makes any sense, but there is a need to trust the process so that you can evolve, so that you can become prosperous, so that you can receive the end result. With the Strength card here, this is the month of August, might be significant. Leo might be significant as well. Motherly energy is what it's giving me, needing to nurture your projects, needing to nurture your situation where you are now, not being so much in a hurry of what's to come. Because what's to come, it is abundant. It is going to be prosperous. You need to get through August in order to get to September, is what I'm hearing. Virgo might be significant. Taurus, Capricorn. I'm also seeing sunflowers. I'm also getting don't lose sight of the red flags. And what I mean by that is don't get so caught up in needing to finish something that you don't focus on the details. Don't get messy is the words I'm looking for. Don't be messy. Organize yourself. Take your time. I'm being asked to take my time. I'm usually like really fast with my cards and the message that comes through, but there's a huge emphasis of needing to take your time, needing to be where you are, needing to trust that you are here for a reason. There's a reason for the season that you're in, and that it is temporary. It isn't a permanent solution. The word solution might be significant as well. With the King of Pentacles here and the Page of Pentacles, it's almost like you not seeing the evolution before it takes place. Had this Page of Pentacles not trusted the process, they wouldn't have become the King of Pentacles. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, remember I mentioned it earlier. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius might be significant. Something about thunderstorms I'm also getting. Zeus, Hercules might be significant. It just almost feels like something is going to drastically change for you and you're going to receive an immediate upgrade. This could be a promotion where you are working. This could be an opportunity that you think is small and insignificant, but it ends up being the very thing that leads to your success. You needing to paint on your canvas, on your white blank canvas, and creating something from scratch, starting over, but trusting the process that it is going to turn into a masterpiece. It's almost as if you see your artwork and you see it as cheap, but somebody else sees it as a masterpiece. And it's worth millions. So selling artwork might be significant. With the Five of Pentacles here, this is that mental state of scarcity, of lack, of not thinking you're good enough, of self-sabotage. Church might be significant. State and church, that statement put together might be significant. Needing to trust that there is a process, there is a hierarchy that you need to undergo in order to reach that highest level of evolution. Remember the story about the telephone. It's, you start off with this big thing, talking like this, and then all of a sudden we're here doing both at the same time, right? You have no idea what the end result is, and it's so magnificent here. Maleficent might be significant. I'm also getting, this is so grand and so big with the sun here. This is a whole new beginning, a huge opportunity that's coming to you. But it's important you stay in the making. Don't lose sight of your goals. Don't lose sight of your end goals. Changing careers might be significant here. With the Fool card, I laugh because it's the Fool, and it's like taking risks, right? It's like starting from scratch. It's like trusting the universe is going to catch you at the end of the cliff. You know that you are happy and abundant doing what you love to do. Aries might be significant again. I'm also getting Cancer and Scorpio for some reason. So needing to be emotionally in tune with your abundance and with your prosperity, trusting that you are being guided and that what makes you happy is what's going to lead to your success. That is your dharma. That is your purpose here in life, to do what makes you happy. Stop losing sight of the goal. Feathers might be significant here. Needing to trust that everything good takes time. It has a process. The nail in the head phrase might be significant. I'm also seeing needle and thread, so sewing. The hay, what is it? The needle and the haystack is what I'm hearing. It's like needing to trust and take your time for you to hit that jackpot, for you to find the missing piece. Okay, lottery might be significant. And once you really understand the lesson here of staying in the making, of trusting this process, of loving this journey that you're on, then the cycle of hardship comes to an end. The strawberry moon might be significant here. I believe there's a strawberry moon coming up. Yeah, this is you being so overwhelmed and so stressed out because you're not seeing the result, but you're also not seeing the art. You're not seeing the beauty in the making, the beauty in the process, the beauty in the details. Insomnia might be significant. The liver, the organ, the liver is coming to mind. You needing to let go of anger and grudges in order to find happiness. Needing to forgive. Forgiveness is not for others, it's for you. So needing to forgive that you didn't know enough at the time to respond differently or to respond better, or you needing to forgive the person who hurt you because they are also projecting onto you their own insecurities. And the moment you bring in that forgiveness, you bring in that love, you trust that everything has its purpose, even the people that hurt you, even the situations that you've undergone, your path will start to move forward. The word enlightenment might be significant. With the hangman here, this is needing to look at things from a different perspective, because the more you stay stuck in the past and dwelling the past, the less likely you are able to move forward. Something about stagnant energy, maybe the energy needing to move around, you needing to work out, maybe needing to go outside, see nature. Dancing in the rain might be significant. I'm hearing the song. I think it's just a matter of being able to move that energy so that you can say, well, I have all this energy. Let's create something. Let's build something. Let's make something out of nothing. Okay, start something from scratch. With the Lover's card here, Gemini might be significant, but also the month of June might have felt very, very slow for you. It might have felt very stagnant. It might have felt very, very dull is what I'm hearing. And the thing is that it was like that on purpose so that you can build something. Pauses are such a huge opportunity in life. Pauses are a gift. Being able to stay where you are and trust that you are here for a purpose and that there is something marvelous on the way, and that is why God has you waiting. That is why the universe has you waiting, because what is coming is so big. It is a drastic change. It is a drastic change. This is a death and a rebirth, a closing out of an old chapter, an old you, an old identity, people who no longer serve you, people who are no longer willing and capable of being in this next chapter with you. You might have been trying to hold on to things, trying to keep it all together, and it feels like it just all crumbled down. And you needing to start with nothing and with no one. And that is the beauty of things. You don't have the dependency of being creative because someone else is there or because something else is there. You are receiving divination. You are receiving creativity from the divine. You're following your soul's path, your soul's journey. Okay? This is starting, it almost feels like I'm starting from scratch. And I'm cutting out all the weeds, and I'm building something new. I'm building a whole garden. There's nothing old here in this garden. It's all fresh and planting seeds. Okay? Seeds might be significant. Robins, blue jays might be significant. I'm also seeing a storks, so new opportunities. Storks with the baby might be significant. Maybe some of you might be receiving beautiful news of pregnancy. Pregnancy is also fertility and abundance. Motherhood. But the thing with motherhood, it's also being in the making. It's being highly connected to the divine, being highly intuitive, right? Not being trusting of the universe. You know that everything serves its purpose. With a high priestess here, it's needing to connect to the divine, needing to trust that everything happens for a reason, needing to let go and surrender and let things flow. Streams of water might be significant here. I'm seeing rivers, tangerines, mandarins, and I'm also seeing oranges. So that might be significant. Maybe a whole basket full of it. The Nile River is also giving me, I feel like you need to be more in tune with yourself. And that staying in the making or being in that pause is such a huge and grand opportunity to do that without the noise, without other people telling you what to do. Being able to start from fresh gives you the opportunity to find creative endeavors and to be creative and to be curious also, to figure out what is it that you want to do next. Okay? With the Five of Swords, this is internal conflict. You almost not being able to sit still with yourself. You just can't sit still with your thoughts. You don't know what to do. You are overwhelmed by nothing. You are overwhelmed by nothing. The pause is driving you insane. It's giving you anxiety. And the thing is that that's stagnant energy. You need to get moving. You need to move. You need to be creative. You need to use that energy, that excess of energy, and pour it into something so that you can finally expand and see your grand horizons ahead. Traveling to new seas, to new land, to new waters might be significant. Stepping on new territory might be significant. I'm seeing sand dunes as well. With the Three of Wands, this is expansion, this is traveling, this is opportunities finally coming to you and making its way to you. But like ships, it takes its time. It doesn't run like a race car, right? Formula One might be significant for you. Not needing to be so desperate for something to come, because the more desperate you are, the less likely it will arrive sooner, okay? With the Seven of Swords here, needing to stop avoiding the stillness, stop avoiding facing yourself, your true authentic self. I know that I had a bit of issues with the coughing and the clearing of my throat during this recording, and it's just so important to be authentically you and to tapping into that and being okay with who you are, regardless of what people have told you, regardless of what you've been said that you are. No, you are not that. You decide who you are. Stop avoiding it. Stop avoiding your craft. Take the paintbrush and paint on white canvases, and that is when you will see that you are no longer stuck. You have the decisions that you can make to build the life that you want. You make these decisions. Nobody else can make them for you. The moment you believe that you are stuck, you are stuck. The moment you believe that I am capable of doing so much more, that is when you start moving. That is when you start innovating. Okay? Invention might be significant. Scientists might be significant. There's something about needing to trust in the process. Yes, it looks small right now, but it's going to be huge. It's going to be something massive. It is going to be history breaking. This is going to be evolutionary. But you need to stay in the process. You need to walk before you can run. Okay? Stop thinking about the past. Stop thinking that you are stuck in this loop of heartbreak. You need to start thinking with clarity and start thinking calmly and start thinking prosperously, trusting that the seeds that you've planted will be able to you will be able to reap what you sow. You will be able to harvest your plants. This is a temporary season that you are undergoing, and it's a process. The winter doesn't last long, might be significant. The Three of Swords here, it's like needing to go on with it. Move on from the past. Move on from the heartbreak. Yes, you've been grieving, but you've been grieving way too long. You've been grieving way too long. It's time to move forward. It's time to progress. It's time to find peace where you are. That is exactly what you need. To be in stillness. Meditation might be significant here. As the queen, whenever the king isn't available and she needs to take on, she needs to think with clarity. She needs to have emotional maturity. She needs to be able to grasp all the things that and the tasks that she is meant to handle. If she was emotionally out of whack and overwhelmed and not being able to sit still and be organized and trust in the process, then she wouldn't be the queen that she is, right? Then she wouldn't be the prosperous, abundant, fertile empress that she is asking to be and to become. You know, with the Empress card, she's pregnant and she is waiting for her peasants to bring in the harvest, right? And it's almost as if you need to sit still. You need to stay where you are, trust in the process, love where you are right now, because you have no idea the abundance that is on the way to you. You have no idea how prosperous your life will look like. And when you get to that moment, whether it's a few months ahead, a few days ahead, a few years ahead, when you look back, you are going to be truly grateful. I just had to look. You're going to be truly grateful that you trusted the divine. Okay? You trusted the divine and that you knew exactly why you needed to stay in the making. You needed to be in the process. Okay? Needing to be here right now because this is what matters. The present is what matters. Knowing that you can full and wholeheartedly trust the present will bring the abundance that comes in the future. And then you will see the results. And you will be capable of managing that because you were grateful for the little or the lot that you had. So I hope that this message brings you clarity, some peace of mind. I hope that you find a way to move your stagnant energy and that you love exactly where you are, whether it's messy, whether it's disorganized, whether it's chaotic, and whether it's scandalous. Whatever you're going through right now, embody it, enjoy it, learn from it so that you can be able to move forward and progress into your prosperous future. So if you enjoyed this reading, make sure to like, make sure to hit the subscribe button, also ring the bell. I do post new weekly videos here on YouTube. They're much more extended than the ones I post on Instagram and on TikTok. But if you enjoy also quick little readings, I share them all the time on social media, and you can follow me at pbyronofficial. And I'm very grateful for you. I'm really, really grateful if you took the time to be here to listen to this message. I am also going to take what came through for myself. It's so important to be here where we are. The present is a gift. It's not a myth. It's truth. And the more we enjoy where we are, the better life will look like, and we will be able to see the wonders that life truly is all about. I love you guys. Thank you so much. And I send you so much love and so much light. Until next time.